Today's show anchor Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy Guthrie, is still missing. Catch the latest from the ongoing search.
Today marks the end of a nuclear arms treaty between the U.S. and Russia. We will tell you why experts are scared a nuclear arms race will begin.
The American Society of Plastic Surgeons is urging to delay gender transition surgeries for patients under the age of 19.
2025 had the highest layoffs, spiking all the way up to recession levels. Come back to find out what two companies are at fault.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Good evening, Portage County, and welcome back to Kent Stater TV News at 6. I'm Claire Duver.
And I'm Abby Kress. Thank you so much for joining us. And start tonight with a new shop in downtown Kent.
That's right, Abby. Our reporter Tatum Wernz can tell us more.
Hi, Tatum.
Hi guys, that's right. You can take art classes, buy knives, get a doll that looks like you, and see a variety of one-of-a-kind pieces all in one building in Kent. Located on South Water Street and offer a variety of artwork, birdhouses, collectibles, knickknacks, books, and locally made products.
Artistic stuff, the classes, we do art classes and stuff, and a Local Boy Outfitters is geared towards like camping gear, prepping gear, basically a little bit of everything.
One popular service that For the Birds and More offers are handmade dolls, including custom lookalikes.
So they're all one of a kind. She names them all. They're very unique, you know. She can do like custom dolls too. That kind of can be like a caricature, I guess, of whoever.
They also hold art classes like bottle art making, mixed media, card making, and paint and sips, and they have several handmade decorations for sale as well.
We had people show up for the one class, and they have a lot of fun doing it. My mom runs that.
In the suite connected to the shop, a similar new business called Creative Corners LLC opened this past week. They have multiple sections of locally made art divided by artists.
Really believe in these people. It's beautifully made, gorgeous pieces you won't find anywhere else.
Creative Corners is looking for more artists in the area to display their work.
We'd like to have a wide selection of different talents in here, different types of art medium. And so, yes, we'd love to have them stop in.
For the Birds and More, Local Boy Outfitters and Creative Corners LLC are open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, noon to 5. For more information, you can stop by or visit the For the Birds and More Facebook page. For KSTV News, I'm Tatum Wernz.
Hello all, Portage County in Northeast Ohio. I hope you are having a nice day of staying warm during these bitter cold times out there across our region today. I'm KSTV weather anchor Odin Amador Gorby with your Thursday evening weather forecast. Now currently, right now we're doing the Northeast Ohio temperatures right now. As you can clearly see across our region, it is definitely cold out there. It is 17 in Kent, 19 in Cleveland, Akron, Canton, 16 Worcester, 18 Mansfield, 17 Sandusky, 17. Definitely colder on the lakeside. Ashtabula 19, Youngstown 19. It is definitely a cold one out there. Definitely not as cold as what we experienced last week, but it still is pretty chilly out there for sure. It'll make your bones chill for sure. Anyway, and here's your hour-by-hour forecast. So as you can clearly see, all throughout tonight, it's going to remain cloudy. There could be a slight pop-up snow shower here and there, but it's mostly going to be partly cloudy skies this evening to cloudy skies. And as you can see, but the temperature is going to definitely drop. Towards 7 o'clock, it'll be 18 degrees. 9 o'clock, it's going to drop to 16. And then 11 o'clock, it'll be 15 degrees. And that does not count the wind chill. So the wind chill is probably going to even be in the single digits. And that's the feel-like temperature that you will experience tonight. And that's all I have for now, folks. In my next weather update, I'll be talking about more snow and extreme cold temperatures ahead for our region, along with your 7-day outlook. Until then, back to you guys.
The Kent State's Ohio Student Association has developed a statewide campus walkout for Friday. The walkout will be at 11 a.m. and participants will be gathering at the K and follow a route up the Espionage. A historical lesson on ICE and how to safely and legally interact with ICE agents will be held in Oscar Ritchie Hall 230 at 1:30 p.m. The Kent State OSA Instagram account has more information.
The former First Energy executives Chuck Jones and Michael Dowling are facing charges in an alleged $4.3 million bribe case. Ohio prosecutors argue that the bribe was to sway state regulations, claiming that the money was paid and used in exchange for help passing House Bill 6, a 2019 law that provided a $1 billion bailout for 2 power plants in northern Ohio. However, the defense argued that the money was from a settlement owed the clients of former chairman of Public Utilities Commission of Ohio, Sam Randazzo, and was not a bribe, but that Randazzo stole the money.
A new Ohio bill was introduced Tuesday that will require bars and restaurants to supply date rape drug testing device and kits to customers for free. Senate Bill 348 was introduced by Senator Bill DeMora and Senator Louis Blessing III. In a press release, the legislators stated that 90% of those who believe they are drug don't report it, with Senator DeMora stating that catching just one spiked drink before it's too late will make the legislation worth it.
If you or anyone you know is looking for a fun summer job, Cedar Point announced it is looking to hire 7,000 employees for the season. The amusement park is strategically planning their employment progress as they are set to start filling the openings during National Hiring Week, which is from February 14th through the 22nd. Positions are set to start with $15 per hour, including free admission to the park.
Layoffs spiked to recession levels last month, according to a report by a job placement firm, Challenger Gray and Christmas. 108,000 job cuts happened in January. This makes it the highest number of layoffs for January since the Great Recession in 2009. Labor Department figures show that job openings are also the lowest in 5 years. 2025 was the weakest year for job growth apart from the 2009 recession.
The search for Nancy Guthrie, the mother of the Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie, remains ongoing. The sheriff of Pima County, Arizona, says his department has been working with the FBI continuously as the Guthrie family believes Nancy is, quote, still out there. CNN's Karen Cahoon has the latest updates.
Right now, we believe Nancy is still out there.
On day 5, Sheriff Chris Nanos of Pima County, Arizona, said there are no suspects or persons of interest yet in the search for missing 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, mother of NBC Today Show anchor Savannah Guthrie.
We operate from a position that until we know she's out there, she's alive, and we're going to continue thinking that way until we find her.
The FBI noted that there has been no proof of life so far and said the agency is investigating a ransom letter sent to local and national media outlets, along with many other leads. They also sent a public message to anyone involved in Guthrie's disappearance.
This is an 84-year-old grandma that needs vital medication for her well-being. You still have the time to do the right thing before this becomes a much worse scenario for you.
On Wednesday evening, Savannah Guthrie and her siblings released a video responding to reports of alleged ransom notes and pleading for their mother's safe return.
We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive.
However, verifying communications or any proof of live evidence will be challenging, given the high-profile nature of the case and the proliferation of artificial intelligence tools and deepfake videos. The FBI said Thursday they have arrested at least one person for making what they called an imposter ransom demand. I'm Karen Kafa reporting.
The nuclear treaty between Russia and the U.S. expires today. Both countries will no longer be subject to limits on their weaponry. The START treaty caps the deployment of nuclear warheads at 1,550 for each country. With the treaty coming to an end, fear sparks about a nuclear arms race starting. China has started building its own nuclear weapons supply. President Trump seeks a new treaty that will include the U.S., Russia, and China.
Any sort of final agreement, and of course those security
Peace
guarantees
talks
for
between the
Ukraine
United
are
States,
things that
Russia,
could be
and Ukraine
interpreted
are
by the Russians
continuing,
as
as
encroaching
today
on
the
their
U.S.
own
and
security.
Russia
So the
have
Russians
agreed
will certainly
to
want to have a say
reestablish
in
high-level dialogue between their armed forces. This news comes after the U.S. and Russian military officers met in Abu Dhabi following talks of the war in Ukraine. The two sides agreed to reciprocal exchange of 157 prisoners of war, which offered a rare and solid outcome from the meeting.
The acting president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, states the country is facing an unpredicted situation and not knowing if Maduro's absence is permanent or temporary. With their constitution not mentioning an option for the president and the first lady having a forced absence, the constitutional chamber of the Supreme Tribunal established that in the case of a forced absence, the vice president assumes power and has been sworn in.
Equifax is being accused of price gouging states for their Medicaid programs. Find out how the company responded.
The White House is launching a new way for people to purchase medicines at a discounted price. We'll tell you more after this break.
Hey, I'm worried about your parents. We need to show them how to spot phishing emails.
Agreed, the scammers are out of control.
Plus, help them add multi-factor authentication.
Yes, we use MFA at work and it's great. Software update? Done. Time to celebrate.
For more information on how to keep yourself and those you care about safe online, go to cisa.gov/secure-our-world.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
Welcome back. Well, Abby, do you enjoy coffee? Because I hear there's a new coffee house in Kent.
Well, Claire, I do love exploring a new coffee shop on the weekends. KSTV's Sam Stouffer has the details on the shop.
Thank you, Claire. That's right, downtown Kent has a new coffee spot open and ready for customers, all inspired by the beloved capybaras. Located on Franklin The Capybara Coffee House has bought the formerly known Game Day Coffee Shop. The new addition to Kent is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., selling a variety of coffees, beverages, and pastries, with the specials menu including drinks such as the Love Bug Latte and Banana Cream Matcha. Pastry selection includes different types of muffins and a dessert selection of cake pops, macarons, and cookies. Capybara merchandise is also available, such as stickers, keychains, t-shirts, and plushies.
Chill, very fun, very unique, like in terms of like the coffees that we offer and stuff like that. It's just very homey, and even like being here, it makes me feel like more connected to the people I'm working with.
This local coffee shop has furniture and decor made specifically to encourage conversation and strengthen the community with seating room around the dining room. According to their website, it's a small, cozy cafe in a college town. Employees and customers agree that Capybara Coffee has a homey feel and is a great spot to get a drink and relax. The atmosphere is designed to feel warm and welcoming. Customers had also mentioned how the space feels cute and they are impressed with the friendly service.
I like this place a lot. I love the like calmness and cool aura like around the building, and it's just really cutesy, and I love capybaras, so love that aspect. And the drinks are very good. They have so many like different options that you can get, and you can like customize them any way you want to, and I love that.
Capybara Coffee House is a cafe that was designed for college students to enjoy and get replenished. For KSTV, I'm Sam Stover.
Equifax is accused of price gouging Medicaid programs. Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren, Ron Wyden, and Independent Senator Bernie Sanders wrote a letter to Equifax chief executive asking for answers about the business practice. A spokesperson for Equinox says the company will respond to the proper channels. Some states use the Equinox program, the work number, to approve Medicaid applicants' work hours and wages.
As artificial intelligence continues to develop, Google's parent company Alphabet plans to double its AI spending this year. The financial increase will cost up to $185 billion for the data centers, while their spending last year for AI projects was upward $90 billion. The higher projected spending comes as Alphabet's annual revenue passed the $400 billion mark for the first time last year.
Informed and ahead of the storm, this is your KSTV weather.
Well, Abby, I know it hasn't been as snowy and cold as it was last week, and I'm really hoping it stays that way.
I hope so too. Odin, please give us some good news.
Well, I feel like I'm under a lot of pressure. Unfortunately for y'all ladies, I have some bad news. We are going to actually be dealing with some more cold temperatures for the upcoming week. Please don't kill the messenger. Well, welcome back, everyone. Here's a look now at your statewide temperatures all across our state tonight, across Ohio. As you can clearly see, it is definitely cold. Definitely not as bad as it's been, but it's still pretty chilly out there. As you can see right now, Akron, Canton, 16 degrees. Pittsburgh at 21, Athens at 25, our state capital Columbus is at 18, Toledo at 19, Cincinnati at 19 right now, and this does not include the wind chill. The wind chill is probably going to be in the single digits tonight, but at least not in the negatives, thankfully, for our area. And as we look towards tomorrow, we are going to definitely be experiencing some snow showers coming in with a high only reaching up to 30 degrees with snow shower chances at 70% across our area for this Friday. And also, too, important to note, we are under a cold weather advisory by the National Weather Service starting at Saturday at 1 a.m. in the morning, and it'll go all the way till noon. And they're saying that we are going to be expecting temperatures at negative 20 degrees wind chill. So please be careful if you're out and about during that time. Hopefully you're at home sleeping for most of it. But yes, so be careful out there because frostbite can occur in as little as 30 minutes. So please be safe out there if you have to go out. And here's our 7-day outlook. As you clearly can see, we're going to be definitely dealing with those snow showers for Friday with a 70% chance across our region. But then, of course, we'll start to dry out a little bit for Saturday with high only reaching 14, lows 2. And then all through Saturday, Monday, or Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we're going to deal with cloudy skies with highs starting to rebound on Tuesday up to 41 degrees. This is probably the warmest we'll be this week. And then we're going to start to dip back down into Wednesday and Thursday with snow showers returning for our region. And like I said, Wednesday it'll be a rain and snow mix before it'll transition to snow showers for your Thursday, and with highs in the upper 30s. And that about wraps up my Thursday evening weather forecast. Please get ready for this snowy and very cold temperatures for our area this Friday and weekend ahead. Make sure to cover exposed skin with a hat, gloves, and even a face mask to prevent frostbite. Have a great evening, everyone. Back to you guys.
The American Society of Plastic Surgeons urges members to delay gender transition surgery for patients under 19 years old. They cited gaps in long-term research and potential risks. This is a shift in views from most major U.S. medical groups who support adolescents getting treatment for gender dysphoria. Experts say the change is from rising political backlash and legal concerns.
The Trump administration is expected to launch Trump RX, which is a new prescription drug online platform. The site will allow patients to buy certain medications, which will be at a discounted price directly from drug suppliers. While President Donald Trump has been pushing for lower health costs, it is unclear if the direct-to-consumer purchases will be lower for those who forego an insurance route and pay cash.
There was a huge upset on the basketball court in the Big Ten Conference. We'll see how the Minnesota Golden Gophers took down the 10th-ranked Michigan State Spartans.
With the Super Bowl coming up this weekend, everyone is making their own predictions. This maritime aquarium is making their prediction in a unique way.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Good job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
At Kent State University, we want all students to develop a global perspective. And with more than 200 study abroad programs in 60 countries, there are many opportunities. One is found in the Central African country of Rwanda, where students connect with survivors of the 1994 genocide.
We're learning about the reconciliation process. Rwanda sort of took a very community-based approach to how they recovered.
In January, a group of Kent State student athletes traveled to Rwanda, where they organized a soccer camp for children.
While we were there, we got to work with kids and spread our knowledge about sports.
And we brought shoes, cleats, soccer balls for everybody.
It was a transformational experience.
The people of Rwanda were full of joy. They were also full of excitement and life.
I think the big thing that I'm going to take home personally from the experience is perspective. There's not just one way to do things.
This was unlike any other academic experience I've ever had.
Hello everyone, my name is Maddox Miller, and it has been a crazy week in the world of sports, especially on the hardwood, so let's get started right here in Kent State. where the Kent State women's basketball team successfully took down the Bowling Green Falcons 73-64 at home to get their record to 10-12. Leading the way for Kent State was junior guard Maya Babbitt, who notched 25 points along with 6 rebounds to lead all scorers. Babbitt did go down with an ankle injury, and her status is unknown, as up next for the Golden Flashes is a Saturday home matchup against App State at 1 o'clock. More updates in Kent State as the Kent State softball team and lacrosse team kick off their seasons tomorrow. The softball team will travel to South Carolina for the Terrier Invite, where they will take on IU Indy at 10 a.m. and then Wofford at 3 p.m. with the Wofford game being streamed on ESPN+. Meanwhile, the lacrosse team takes a trip to Missouri to face Lindenwood at 2 p.m. Good luck to both teams as they look to get their seasons off to a strong start on the road. Now, the NBA trade deadline ended at 3 o'clock today. We're going to run through some things very quickly. Specifically, Jaren Jackson Jr. was traded for 3 first-round picks to the Utah Jazz. Darius Garland and James Harden were swapped for one another. Anthony Davis was a part of a 8-player trade to go to the Washington Wizards. The Bulls made 7 trades to lead the NBA. Giannis Antetokounmpo and Ja Morant are staying with their teams for now. Back on the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade, my Jazz brother, who's my Jazz fan brother, was very happy. Now, moving to college basketball, Michigan State taking on Minnesota, the Golden Gophers at home. That's going to be Jordan Scott hitting a deep midi 2-2 now, 20-14 with about 6.5 to go in the first half. Jalen Crocker Johnson going to lace this 3 with the left hand to get the Golden Gophers up big, 29-21 now late in the first half. Crocker Johnson going to work it around to Bobby Durkin for the 3-ball of his own. He went 3 for 4 from threes in this game, 43-35 now early in the first half. Michigan State trying to battle back in. It's going to be Scott again. He would finish with 15 on the day, 38-43 now, but Minnesota would look to pull away 55-47 in the second period. There's going to be a scramble for the ball here, and Cade Tyson's going to get it, go up and get the and one to go to get this crowd up on their feet. 69-58 now. Scott is going to dribble drive in here. He's going to miss on this layup, but Cohen Carr with the putback dunk. He finished with 16, but it would not be enough as Minnesota pulls off a huge ranked win. And that is all I have for you today. To stay up to date, all things Kent State on Instagram. For KSTV Sports, I'm Maddox Miller.
Die-hard Disney fans looking to get married will be getting 2 new locations to say I do. We have the details when we come back.
Will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
For Disney adults looking for a location to tie the knot, they can now choose from 2 Haunted Mansion-themed venues. Disneyland will open its doors to begin hosting weddings at its Haunted Mansion location starting in July, taking place at the attraction's outdoor courtyard. Then in May, the Haunted Mansion Parlor will begin hosting weddings on the Disney Destiny cruise ship. However, the Disney World location will not be available as a wedding venue. Well, that is all the time we have for you tonight, Portage County. I'm Claire Duver.
And I'm Abby Kress.
They said cigarettes were safe. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact. More than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Hey, I'm worried about your parents. We need to show them how to spot phishing emails.
Agreed, the scammers are out of control.
Plus, help them add multi-factor authentication.
Yes, we use MFA at work and it's great. Software update? Done. Time to celebrate.
For more information on